All right. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this mastermind training program called Socialpreneur. And today we are starting our 2 weekends training, which is on our social media and our e-commerce. Now, the access is free, and there's a gift already for those that are here. If you remember, we asked you to register through princeolatunji.softlinks.cc/socialpreneur because there is a particular ebook that I want you to download. That ebook costs just $10. But as small as that ebook is, everything that you need that we are going to train today are in that ebook. But this is a practical class that I want you to go back and check your mail. If you give the correct email, go back to your mail. There is a link where you can download the ebook. The ebook is very important. The ebook is very, very important. So go back there and go and download it and ensure you take your time. See, when we come online, for you to be guru, for you to have this knowledge, and this knowledge is a lifetime knowledge, you need a process and you need to take your time and practice more. Now, we are having this today, a powerful mastermind training. We are having social media strategy, Facebook and Instagram ads, videos, and ebook training. We are having our landing page and sales funnel training and just part of e-commerce stuff. Now, there is no business that you want to do. There is no business, like I said, there is no business that you want to do that you don't need an online presence. And that is why if you are running any business, even if you are selling pure water and you don't have an online platform, then you have not started any business. And for you to go and call an IT person to set this up for you, you will not be spending nothing less than 100 to 150,000 if you want the best. But let me shock you, all these things are what you can do yourself and reduce the cost. And not only that, if you have this knowledge, you are going to be doing it to your own taste. Because once you are able to know what you want to do, definitely in doing it will not be a problem. So, because of this, we are starting off our program, like you said, powerful mastermind training. I want us all to mute ourselves, please. Maybe I'm going to be forced to mute everybody.
Don't say anything restriction.
All right. If you have any question, you can if you have any question, you can just raise up your hand. Definitely, I will call you so that for those that are going to be watching it later, they will have a smooth watch program. Now, social media strategy. What do we mean by social media strategy? Now, everybody knows social media is for you to going on internet, having your social platform like Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, and the rest. But what are the strategy putting in place for this? These are what we should know. The platform is there for everybody. Some people they are always online. We have our Android phone. We recharge, we subscribe every day, but we are not monetizing all these things. Fine. It's good and you need to associate with a lot of people. But I tell you, I use media to make money. And it's not out of point for you to be online 24 hours. But there is something I want you to know that you need to build a connected people. You need to have and let people that are sending you requests be people that can do business with you, people that you can get something from them. And another thing, social media strategy is not about going online. It's about you getting to mix with a lot of people. And I tell you, if you want to grow, you need people. People need to give you that connection. And that connection is what you need for you to go to the next level. We want to accelerate your business brand awareness with our result driving of social media marketing and e-commerce training. And that is why we are here today. Everything that are into digital marketing is what we are going to mention. But don't worry, these 2 hours today and 2 hours next week will not be enough. We know that. But we are already having some videos that we're going to send to you and some ebooks that will be sent to you after the end of this program. So today, like I've said, we are going into how to run a Facebook ad and Instagram ads. What are the things I need to know? Then how to create a landing page because if you're running adverts, a lot of people have been running ads to their WhatsApp or to their personal group, Telegram, and the rest, it might not give you the maximum conversion. It's working, but it's not always all the time that it's working. And these days, Facebook are always blocking a lot of accounts because they are trying to protect their members, their subscribers. But at the end of the day, there are ways and there are laws with on how you can run your business online, and you are going to be making a lot of money. For school owners, you need a website. For your business, you need a website. And not only a website, you also need a landing page and sales funnel, because many of us have been running hard. We are guru in running hard. Fine. But the question is this: the set of hard you ran 2 years ago, you can also generate those people to patronize you in your new business. But because you don't have a funnel that is taking all their data, and that is why you're coming back to run and hard again. There is a business that I'm doing. I tell people that I have made more than about 4 million, 5 million naira in this business without running and hard for myself. What I'm just doing is that I'm using the platform that I built before now, and that is fetching me a lot of people coming to my business because I have a funnel. Before then, I've set up a funnel, and that funnel is what I'm using. So if you are running any business now, see, you can use the same people that are joining business A to also patronize you in your business B. That is only if you have a funnel that is taking their data. But many people will run hard to your WhatsApp and the rest. Just imagine you run to a WhatsApp, and a WhatsApp have 257 number of people that can be in that group. By the time you start explaining about your business, they start leaving the WhatsApp platform. How do you go about this? That also is very important. Now, for those of you that are connecting your phone with your laptop with your WhatsApp, I'm going to show you another secret today, but that is not part of what we want to train you, but it's part of a giveaway that I'm going to give you on how you can extract all the numbers in your particular WhatsApp group. You can extract them in Excel and start. Maybe you want to send them bulk SMS because it's not easy for you to start copying their number. You can extract as many group, as many platforms, and that also can be used for your own business promotion. Now, let's talk about why you need to know how to run a Facebook and Instagram ad, because a lot of people does not even understand the essence of me knowing this particular system. Now, let's look at Facebook. See Facebook. Now let's look at it. The first thing you have to do if you want to run an ad on Facebook is for you to have a page for your business. Now your business might have a WhatsApp or not, might have a website or not, but if you want to run ads, you must have a Facebook page. Now to run a Facebook, to open a Facebook page is very simple. Click on, let's go to the, you can see it here. For those that are using a system, you'll see pages. For those that are using your phone, you can also open the same thing through your phone. You go to pages. Now, when you go to pages, you can create a new pages, a new page. You can create a new page. Now, you can see this person already has lot of pages, already that is working. But if you want to create a new one, you click on create a new page. Now, in creation of a new page for your school, for your business, or for your anything you want to do, you must create a page for that. And in creating the page, you type the name you want to use for that page. You type the name you want to use for that page. You come to category. What category of business? Let's say, for instance, I want to run for a school. Let's say um, Prince Olatunji School. Now that is the name of my school. Then I'm coming here category. What category does it fall? It falls education website, educational consultant. So I want to open an educational consultant. Let's say uh consult. Okay, Prince Olatunji consult. That's what I want to open. Now, I put up educational consultant. Maybe I still want to put some to it, education website, educational research center, and the rest, or a school, high school, or the rest. So we have a lot of them here. Now, Aside from that, the next thing you have to do is for you to scroll down and come to description. So you need to describe if it's your business, describe the kind of business you're doing. If it's not a business, a school, you describe, let them know an introduction about your school. So if it's a business, what kind of business? Let's assume we are not running for school, we are running for business. Maybe you are doing the food business. Just type an introduction about your what you want to do. Then you always see sample of category of the kind of so food and beverages, food delivery service, food stands, food service distributor, and the rest. Maybe you want to do a kind of beauty, cosmetic and personal care, and the rest. So these are categories you are going to pick. Let's say let me pick a beauty salon. Then here we talk about the kind of hairstyle that you make. You can describe here. So after doing all this, the next thing you have to do is to click on create page. You click on create page. Now when you click on create page, then it will prompt another information for you to put some information. Then you upload your what you call it cover page. I will show you what cover page is, and also your image. Now let me show you what cover page is. All right, let me show you what a cover page is. Now let's look at it. Let's open one and see what cover page is. Now this background you're seeing here is what mean by a cover page. Why this is your profile. So this thing also will be loaded. So for already, if you want to open up your business, you should have a picture of or a design about your business, and this can be your logo. Your business logo can be here. So after that, the next thing you have to do is to ensure you put up a link. Many people have a page, but your page does not have exact link that you needed. Let me open some of these to show an example of some pages that doesn't have that. There are some pages that doesn't have that. Okay, all this one has. Okay, maybe I'm going to show us that next week. I'm going to get a page that does not have what I'm talking about. So now, after you've created the page, then the next thing is for you to supply all the information on the setting. So what you have to do is you come here, you come to setting, or from here also, once you finish, it will be asking you about your information. If you scroll down here, you'll be seeing them. You can edit. Can you see them now? You enter your location. This is your description. You can see 503 people have liked this page, and this page were not open for a very long time. This page was open when it will show you the exact date. You can see June 9. So this page was open to June 9, and we are in August. I can see 503 people have liked this page. What it means is that anything you are posting on this page, automatically 503 people will be seeing it because they have liked the page, and Facebook will prompt them. And that's why when you have your school page, you share it to a lot of people for them to like. And as they like, definitely you can be sending things there on a daily basis. And that is why we have your social media manager who manage your social media platform, posting information for them to see. Now, if you want to create a brand, some people might not have a business now, but they can start building up a page, a brand. Just think about what you want to do. Think about a business or a brand that you want to possess. Just create a page for that and start posting something, sending it to a lot of people for them to like. By the time you now want to start your business, by the time you want to start your business, already you'll be having a lot of people already that are seeing your business, and you can have so many things to promote in that business. So that goes to that. Then you can put up other things, your phone number and the rest in this page. So what is the next thing you have to do? After you've gotten a page, then the next thing is for you to have yourself a landing page before you start running your ad. So I'm going to go into how can you create a landing page. What is a landing page? So I'm going to be showing you samples of landing page that we have here. So in creating landing page for this, there is a site called softlink.ai. You can see it here, softlink.ai. And this site is owned by Dana Foley, and Dana Foley is one of my mentor in digital marketing. I keep having his training. In fact, today I have gotten a training 2 to 3 p.m. today with him and some other colleagues. So he trains us almost every Sunday 2 to 3 p.m. I'm going to be adding some few people also that are serious, that are ready, that are really performing to this group. Also, that you'll be enjoying the same training that I'm enjoying on a weekly basis. You also will be enjoying it. Like I said, I want to give everything that I have to you. If only you can just pay attention and do the work. So we have something.ai is an app system where we can also use to what to create our soft link or a landing page and a sales funnel. So I'm going to be showing you my own. But before then, let's show how you can also register to this place. So if you want to register, because if you want to have an account, you can have a free account. If you are with your laptop, you can do it. Some of us is not new to us. We already have an account. But for the purpose of those that are just watching this for the first time, you click on get started free. Now, I'm going to be showing you the pricing and the future of this thing. Let's see the pricing first. Now, I want to explain before we go into registration. Now let's look at the pricing. Now it has a free package and a paid package. I'm going to be logging into my own account and see that I'm even running a paid package in this business because I'm using it for a lot of business and yet it's giving me money on a daily basis. So I should have a reason for me to go for the paid one. So let's see what it takes for you to have a free. What advantage will you enjoy with the free one, and also what advantage are you going to enjoy for the paid one? So the it's loading now for us to see the pricing. It's loading now for us to see the pricing. All right, can we see the pricing now? This is the pricing. Now we have a free one. The free one is for life, and that is what I always tell people in my class that you start from free to paid. Now you can see this training we are having here is free, but after today, after next week, if you want to continue having this on a daily basis like this, you want every month, you have to join one of our package, which is going to be introduced to you. But like I tell you, this free one alone is enough for you to achieve what you want to achieve. You can build on yourself. But for those that might not catch up on time, definitely you need to join us. So for the free one, let's look at it. We have is 0 naira monthly. That is, you are not to pay every month, but you have a lot of things to get. Number one, you can only create a page. That means you can only create one landing page. You can only have 10 products to showcase. You can only have 10 leads. That is your sales funnel. They will give you only one shop. You can have a shop to put up like 100 products. You will receive payment direct. That is, you can set up a way whereby people can pay to you online. You can, and it accepts 8 currencies: dollar, euro, and the rest. And they charge you only 3% plus 15 naira transaction fee. That means if you're going to be using this to accept money, you'll be charged 3% of that money. We have multiple currency support, unlimited bandwidth. We have e-commerce future, which we are training you, and we have custom vac and we also have inbuilt automated system and artificial intelligence. So these are what you get when you register free now. I'm going to be showing you how you can do that. We also have a pro best for e-commerce. So if you want to really go into e-commerce platform, then you need to be paying 4,679 naira because they are giving you this 22% off if you are doing 1 year plan. If you are not doing 1 year plan, then you don't have that discount. And what can you get for that? You can get 30 pages, you can get 100 products, 2,000 leads, one shop, receive payment directly, also 8 currencies and the rest. And don't forget that you have 15 sales funnel in this one. This will give you 16 sales funnel, one domain integration, and custom favicon, and we also have this other one. So the sales funnel we are talking about, we have it here in this place. I'm going to show it to you. We also have best for creators and best for enterprise. So these are what we have to tell you today, and we are going to teach you that same thing today. So let's go back to our registration. Now, we want to register a free one. So if I'm not going to do the free one, but I'm going to explain to the last. So you put in your first name, you put in your last name. Let's say you're putting your last name, and you enter your email. You click on next. Now, you now come to this page where you put in your username. Your username should be your company name or your brand name. Don't make that mistake because it's going to be from that your username that they are going to use to set you up. Do you understand? You put in your phone number and you put in your password that you want to use. Now, if you want to enjoy bonus discount whenever you want to start your page, if you want to enjoy discount, now all my students enjoy this free, but whenever you want to join any package, any paid package, you are going to be getting 15% discount if you use my name as a referrer. All you have to do is here, I have a referrer, and just type Prince Olatunji together. Everything is small letter. Once you type that as your referrer and you create your account, any day you want to start your payment, you are going to be getting 15% discount every month. 15% discount every month because that shows that you are my student. We have had that agreement with the company. Already working on how they can also move it to 25% for all my students. So that is that. So I'm going to log in because I have an account already. So I'm going to log in. My account is Olatunji and I have a password. So I'm going to log in to that. So if you have created your own, you need to log in after much, then you will now follow all this what I'm teaching you. I've logged into my own account. This is my own paid account. Now let me show you account and let me ask you a question. You see that this is not a free account. This is, you can see now I have paid this amount of money. You can see my card, you can see the number of leads I've gotten, you can see the number of pages that I have, and take a look at it. My next due payment is on the 3rd of September. I'm paying another payment. So every month I pay this. So because I'm actually using it to market my business. And that you can see I'm using my card that they deduct the money every month from my card. And that is how I know. And this is how in this industry or in anything that I'm doing. So now, what I'm going to do next time, once you have a free one, you can create a page. You can only create a page. Look at the number of pages that I've used this account to create. Now, the one that all of you are listening today for this particular program, this is it. I created it just yesterday, and that is why I sent it late. You can say, look at it. This is how I created it, and that is what you guys are seeing, and that is what you guys are getting to enjoy. So I'm going to be explaining in another page what you can use this particular landing page for. That's your one page that you have. You can only create a page. For those of you that are doing board game, UFS, or you have a school, I think one page is enough for your business already. For those that are doing board game and the rest and unique food solution, we have our own landing page before. So if you want to run a Facebook advert, there are rules and regulations in your landing page that you need to follow. If not, you run the ad and your account is going. Look at this counting. For those of you, it's always 1 hour. So I set it up as 1 hour so that when somebody link and click on the link, the person will start looking at the time counting and the person will actually do what we have been asked to do. Now, I'm going to recreate this same thing. I'm going to recreate similar thing from beginning to the end. And I will show you how this was created. But before you create something of this, the first thing is that you must draft out what you want to achieve. Draft out what you want to achieve at the first instance before you start up something like this. So Now I'm going to be showing you something now. We want to create a similar page. We want to create a similar page. We want to create a landing page like this, and we want it to be to have a sales funnel. So I'm going to be showing you how we can create similar things like this that we can also use for our business. So let me log out to this one, and we want to start from the beginning. We want to start from the beginning. Already, let's assume I know what I want to achieve. I know what I want to do. I have all my content. So if you want to create your first landing page, now we already have already made landing page here. We already have already made landing page. So you will click on create a new page. Now we have some already made landing page. Yeah, and that is why softlink.ai is very good even for the novice. You can see them. We have already made landing page that you can click on them to look at the sample of how they look like. Look at this one. This is one for those that are going into food. If you are not going into food, you can close it and come to the next one to look at it. So you can just look at them as a sample, not that this is the exact thing that you want to do. So they are just sample of landing page that you can just click on, select and edit. So this is just going to give you an insight of what you want to do. Open all the landing pages one after the other. For those that are into real estate, I think this can go for those that are into real estate. You can see it now. This can go for those that are selling apartments, for those that are in real estate. Just put up and edit some of this content, develop them, and you have a landing page that you're selling for yourself. So now let's go back to where if you don't want to use this and you have a template that you actually want to follow, you don't want to follow any of this, you click on blank canvas. No, blank canvas. Now we have page name. So now if you look at something that we have not taken cognizance of, for every of the page of or pages that we have been opening on our browser, this page name is this. Look at this. This is showing WhatsApp. This is showing Boldgate. This is something.ai, pricing slash something.ai, global wealth. All this name you're seeing here are what we call page name. So now for this process, we are calling it class uh, day one, class day one. That's what I want to name the page. And I click on create page. Now that is the first thing that I'm creating. I'm creating my page name. So your company name can be your page name. Now for those of you that are new, the first time you are coming into this, you still watch a tutorial. All these things that I'm explaining already, the company has put it up as a tutorial that you can watch one to the end. Everything on how to use all these tools. So if you're lucky and you want to really go into deeply on something.ai to know how to create a landing page and sales funnel easily, just take your time and watch the tutorial. But if you want to follow this training, you just click on start building now. Now this is how our page is. This is how our blank page is. Now we want to start from the beginning. Now I'll be using this as an example of what we want to achieve. Can you see it now? This is what we want to achieve. I've moved it to another page. This is actually what we want to achieve. So how do I create this? So I'll be showing you now how this was created. Now let's see how this was created. The first thing first is that we use a logo. Look at it. We use the word a logo. Now let's bring the logo. So all these tools that are here, I'm going to be explaining them one after the other. We have lot of tools here. There are some new tools that are inside. For those that join my first class, there are some tools that are also here now. You can see that there are more tools here. So I'll be taking them one after the other. Then by next week we are going to complete it. So the first thing you need is you want to insert an image. So you come to image. Already you should have maybe your logo of your company is what you want to put there at the first instance. So you upload the image. So already you must have all those things saved, all those materials saved in your system. The logo you want to use, everything that you want to use must be saved already in your system. The content you can type them on your maybe MS Word and the rest. you can have them typed so that when you're going to be start working, it's going to be easy. So before you go into any design of a landing page, have a template that you actually want to follow and have all your write up ready. So now for this now, let's say you want to click on this. Now this is exactly what you want to reproduce. So I just want to show you the process that I took for me to create that funnel that you are looking at. So I have loaded that image, but because it's on a landscape, it's not showing well. So you take it to original. So if you take it to portrait, this is what it's going to give you. And if you take it to square, this is what the square is going to give you. But that will not give us what we want to achieve. So you can take it to original and you click on save. So once you click on save, this shows immediately. Now, let me show you powerful things about something.ai. As you're designing or you are editing, is already going live. Now, this page that we have created, we call the page name class day one. You can see it now. This is the page name. Now, we want to show the link. So, after doing the first thing, you publish it. Now, what we want to publish is we want to publish day one or class work. Let's say classwork is what you want to put it. Now if you now look at it, this is my username dot softnik.cc/classwork. Now this Prince Olatunji was what I used as a username when I was creating my own. So whatever you use as a username is what is going to appear here. So let's click on publish. I want to publish it for it to go live. Now, this has been published live. Can you see it now? It has been published live. So now, if you now want to look at how it's going to look like, because you need to preview it. While you're working, you can start previewing your work to see how it's really looking like. Some might be big that you need to reduce, some might be small that you need to increase. So now, you click on this place or you copy this and click on a new browser. So when you click on this, it's open on the next page. So it's going to show you what you have done so far. How would they look like on a laptop? Look at it. So this is what so instantly we are going to be showing you now. Instantly as we continue. Okay, it's a recorded one. Yes, it's a recorded one. All right. Can you see it now? This has shown the logo. Now, for instance, let me show you another one. Maybe we don't want to use this. You now want to use your own, your school logo, your business logo. You come to image again. Let me just show you that. You go to image. You can upload any logo of your choice. You can upload anything that you want to upload. So, but I just want to follow the process that I take in creating the one you're seeing. Now let's look at this logo. This is a company logo that you upload. Now let's look at this. If it's not giving you the exact shape that you want, is on landscape portrait and just click on original. So let it give you the exact way that is there. Okay, somebody is raising up hand. All right, you click on this. Can you see this now? Now look at this. This logo is bigger than this. So there is a way you can reduce the logo. I'm going to be showing you that you can use Microsoft points and you can use some other tools for you to reduce the logo to be small. Now ask, let me allow this person that raised up the hand because this is an interactive class. If you have any question, like I said, just put up your hands up so that we won't go too far before that. I'm not seeing their hands up. Two people are raising up their hand. All right. Uh, Alata Elizabeth, you can unmute yourself. Alata Elizabeth. Alata Elizabeth. Yes.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, ma.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much for this great um, lesson. Sir, I want to ask, can this landing page, can it be done on phone or it must be on the system?
Okay, it can be done on phone if you have all the materials on your phone. Just when you click on the upload, you go and show them where you save the picture, or maybe on your camera, on your picture, WhatsApp, or the rest. you can just select it. It's possible. But the best way to make it easier for you is on the
Okay.
system.
Okay.
The other time, you can also use phone. All the content that you needed, if they are on your phone, you can save them on your WhatsApp. Just go to your WhatsApp, copy, go back to that page, you paste them there. It can also work.
Okay, sir.
All right.
Thank
Yes. Okay, you can unmute yourself back. Let me just take one more. Mr. Dare, you can unmute yourself. Mr. Dare, just unmute yourself because we have so a lot to cover up.
All right, sir. All right, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. I'm getting value on this webinar. I have two
You
questions,
can
sir.
speak loud
Because
so that I can hear you.
yes, sir. I have two questions. Can you hear me now, sir?
Okay, I can hear you. Yes.
Yes, sir. I have two questions. The first question is because I am trying to do it now on my system. Please, your referral username. I want to get it because I didn't hear you very well when you
Okay,
mentioned
my
it the other
referral
time.
username is Prince
Yes,
Olatunji.
sir.
Let me type it.
Okay, okay.
Let me
Then
type
the
it.
second, okay.
The second question, yes,
Yeah, the second question is the free version, sir.
yes.
I want to understand. You said only for 10 persons. Is it for a
Eh?
year or for a month or per? I don't understand. The 10 persons.
The free version. What do you say?
The free version of this soft link, sir.
Yes,
Is it? You said 10 persons. I saw that it's only for 10 persons that can convert.
it's only for
10 or
yes, ten
thereabout.
pay. Yes, for 10 products. Yes, and 10 leads. Yes, they only allow
10.
you to create a 10 leads. Now I will show you what mean by the leads, and you can only create only one page because it's a free one now. They want you to, okay. What led to it to be free initially when something started is not free. Now, we are having a training. We are part of the people students of that company, and this man also want to impact a lot of people. He want to make it easier for Nigerians for them to have their business going online, sales and the rest. So we have a lot of meeting and said, if these people understand this process and they can create it and they understand it, that is when they can go into pay because some people can just make a payment of 5,000 naira and throughout that 1 month you might not be able to use it because the platform is interesting but it's complex because you can use it for a lot of business. So that is why we created one for free so that by the time people enjoy that free one, definitely, and they see value for it, and business a lot of people are coming in, people are demanding for their product, then they will have reason to go for paid one. Okay, I think somebody said I should allow you to type. Okay, if you have any question, go to the chat box and type so that I can go very fast. Thank you for that, Madam Mayowa. All right, let me go back to the training. Now, let me remove this. Now, if you want to remove anyone, look at this. Okay, like I said, this is what I want to say. As I put up this logo, instantly is there live. So if I've already shared this link to people and the link is already live and I want to make an adjustment, as I'm making the adjustment, it's going live. And that is one of the great thing about this thing that when your business started and you have your link everywhere, if you want to adjust something or there's a new product, you just see it yourself. As new people are going back to that site, they see it instantly. Not that you're going to be designing, still having an headache. This is a simple steps and it's very easy for you to do. Now, if I want to delete it, you just click on this, you scroll down, you look at this action box, then you click on it and click on delete. So that particular thing will delete. You can see. Now let's go back to our plan. Let's go back to our plan, what we are building. So the next thing is these items that we want to put. So you can copy it. Let me just be using copy. Then the next thing is for you to use a text. So I've taught you how to use image. So the next thing I'm teaching you now is text. Just come here and paste. Can you see? Even if you have a site that you want to imitate, eh, just open the site separate, copy and be pasting those content. Follow up those content put up your image. There are a lot of same similar companies that are doing or similar businesses that you're doing now. And if you like their page, you can imitate their page with this what I'm teaching you now. Just copy and paste, and you after you pasted, you can give it this different font. I like it. If you want to give it color, come to this A, you see the color. If you want to increase the font, I light on it, change the font and the rest, the font size. So you can come to option and click on save. Or once you put up the text, you scroll down and click on save. So once you click on save, it drop immediately. This thing will drop immediately. I ensure that your internet connection is very good when you are doing this. Okay, now let's come to this place. Let's refresh. Instantly as we are working, you can see I have deleted the image and this is done. So you can see just be refreshing to be seeing the work you're doing if it's going according to how you want it. Now, we want to put up this time. Now let me explain two things about this time. If your program that you want to do is going to start in the next let's say 3 days, and you want to send this link, you might not put this countdown there. But if only you are selling a product and you want it to be like you are running a discount and you want people to see an action button and a time that this time is limited, because some of us, you have conversed about some link that you click and it will be counting and telling you that you have just 30 minutes remaining. After this 30 minutes, the price goes back to the normal price. Now, how do you set up this? You can do a kind of discount and say it's only today you want to earn the discount, and you set up your time. So this is how you do it. If you come back here, click on add new block, and you go to your timing. Now, where is it? Countdown. Now, this is the countdown. Now, look at, we have different design of countdown. Countdown means until a certain date. Now, if you want a certain date, maybe we want it to be August 29. Like, okay, I can change it now and put August 29 is my training. Do you understand? And we have 7 days, 6 hours, and 11 days to that time. So this will be counted down to a program. So if you have a program that is coming and you want to actually have a landing page for it, you can set up the date, and as people are going back there, the date will be counted down itself. Now let's look at this. Now if you want to design, come to style. Under style, we have basic countdown, we have classic countdown, we have modern countdown, and we also have vintage countdown. So which one do you prefer? I always like the modern one and also the classic one. So if you check the other one, I use the classic. So let me use the modern one here. All right. Then adjust, design adjustment. So the color, I can change the color to any of my color. I can change it to this color. Can you see it? I can give it to red. I think red is more attractive. And can you see it now? So you can now scroll down and give the border color and the rest. So once you are okay, now I want to show the timer description. I want this to be shown. When I light on it, it's going to show us the date, the hour, the minute, and the second. Now let's go back. When I off it, it's not showing. Do you see it now? So I love it to be there so that people will know that we have 7 days left and the rest. You click on OK. Now let's look at how it looks. You can see it now. The timer has dropped. So the time starts doing a countdown. So this countdown will be there for the next one. Now, this is what we call divider. Can you see it? It's a divider. So let's come here. So I'm using this particular as example to train you all the components, divider. So we have different kind of dividers, but I want to use this one. I love this so much, and I love this also. So let me use another one aside from the one we have there. So you can use a very large one, you can use a small index. Now I'm using a small index. Then you come to this side. You can use a medium or a bold. Can you see it? Now the thickness is what it means, and the color you can give it different color. I want to give it red. Now aside from that, we have this full or short. If you want it to be short, you click, you off it. If you want it to be full, you put it. But I want it to be short. Then you click on OK. Can you see it now? This is short, but the short is not actually making sense. If you want to go back to edit, You click on it, you click on the style, then you come to this place, you make it bigger, you now update. You can see, so anything that you've done that you want to edit, you click on that same thing again. Like this time now, if I want to edit on the time, you click on the time, it goes back to edit the time. Can you see it now? So if you want to edit any of these things, and this thing can be interchanged. Look at this arrow here. Look at this arrow here. So if I want to put this before this, I can put it up. If I want to put the timing up, you just come here, you drag the timing up. So when you type all these things, you can still do a kind of arrangement how you will still want it to be. Can you see it now? So if you want to arrange it back, you can actually arrange it back. So this is how this is done. Very simple. So the next one is for us to copy. You don't have to spend years struggling or chasing families and friends or stranger or posting endless on Facebook. So these are one of the advert that I run that okay, if you're coming to learn digital marketing, definitely anything that you want to sell, you not be waiting for your families and friends before you start selling. And you can make this to be center and you click on options and click on save. So actually, if you have the knowledge of these things, then actually you go wider. So now we have done this. Now I need another divider. So you don't need to actually go back and do another one. You can duplicate. Just click on it, come to action button, then you click on duplicate. Now when you click on duplicate, it will duplicate itself down. Can you see it now? So this makes the work faster. I think I have some messages. Let me check some messages. All right, sir. How can a link be made? Drop your referral. Okay, let me drop my referral link. Let me drop it general. Some people are asking about for it. Let me drop it. Okay. Now this class is just 2 hours class, like I said. So we still have 1 hour. Let's just take our time. I don't want to rush you so that when people will be rewatching also, they will actually enjoy it. All right. For those that have been asking for my referral link has been posted. Okay, I've sent it now. That is my referral link. Okay, now let's move to the next one. Like we said, we have a lot to cover, and we are still going to run Facebook ads today. Now, let's look at it. The next one is the image. Now, the image of my training. Now, because I want to showcase a particular thing, so we know how to put an image. Just come here, go to image. That is very simple. Go to upload image and put up your image there. That is very simple, very easy. But there's something I want to just jump now. I'm not going to follow everything now. I'll just go and do the sales funnel. Now we are going to see the sales funnel because I ensure that this training you all pass through the same thing I want to train you today before you get the link. Now, the same thing is what I'm going to be showing you how to run ads. That same process that you pass through is the same process that we use for sales funnel. Now, the exact thing that you've done today, I'm going to show to you what you can also use for other training that you guys want to do or other things that you want to sell, and you have your entire customer data in your back office. Now, let me just after this, I'm going to leave that now. Let's go to the funnel. Now let's go to where the business actually is. That is the sales funnel. And we also for those that want to sell items also, or you want to receive payment, I'm going to show that now. Then we'll leave that because there's still a training already done for you on how to use all the items, how to choose. So you don't need to disturb yourself on that. But I just want you to understand the basic things that we need for this. You can see it now. So now let's go to the next one. Now, the next one actually is a button, and that button is what is commanding payment. Now, if you want to sell anything, or you want to get any information, or you want to extract information leads for your business, or you want to send, or maybe you are selling an or organic product, or you are selling digital product, Now, how do you go about that? I'm going to be showing you now. How you go about that, I'm going to be showing you now. So now let's look at this. Let's look at this. This button is what everybody click on that pick up a form. Now, if you look at this, you are not seeing a form already. Nobody is seeing a form. In some of these things, when you click on the button, that is when the form actually pump out. We call it pop up, pop out, pop out form. Now, it's very easy for me to put up a form there, but some people, when they see a form, they want to run away. So that is why we are doing a pop-out form. Now let's just do the form and let's see. If you want to put up a form for them, just click on the form. Anything that you want to put in the form. Actually, you have all the items that you want to put in the form. Maybe you need their name, email, email number, email and phone number. Then actually after that, you actually want to sell something. Now, maybe you want to sell an item and that item will surely have a form. So what you have to do is what? Basic form. We need a basic form. Then you put up the name. Click here to get our submit. Submit to get our free gift. Okay. Maybe you want to give them a free gift. Like you can use small. Then you can also change the color. If you like, click on adjustment. You can come down where you are seeing blue. You can actually give it red. Red always call for attention, and that is why we are using that. So we've done that. Then we come to payment. If you want that thing to have a payment, let's say you want to have a payment, you can receive a payment. So what is the price of what you want to do? Definitely my training that I want people to join to submit for is 5,000 naira. Now, I want to run a 5,000 naira training, or I'm sending an item 5,000 naira. So you allow quantity, but because it's just a training for one person, but if it's an item that you want to sell, you can just click on quantity. So people can select maybe two, three, four, five. It's times whatever number they pick times 5,000. But we are not using that. Allow multiple currency. You can allow multiple currency, like we have US dollars, we have British pounds, we have South African, we have Ghana cedis, we have cash and the rest. So these are Kenya shilling, Uganda shilling, and the rest. So these are payments that are there in our platform. Then we have a wallet. Now you can save this. Now let's save this and see the outcome. So we are going to practicalize it, the ones with the filling of form and the one without the filling of form. Now we've done this. Can you see it now? This is how it's going to show. This is how it's going to show. So anybody, okay, let's go live. Some people have sent questions. Somebody said they are not hearing me. If you can hear me, just type. You can hear me. If you cannot hear me, let me know. Some people are saying they cannot hear me. I want to know if it's my network or their network. If you can hear me, just put up a message. If you can hear me clearly, put up. I can hear you. Okay, good, good. All right. I think you have to check your internet, your network. At times, network make it to look like that. Okay. All right, good. Yes, let's now go back to refresh. Let's go back to refresh. Now let's refresh and see what we've done so far. Okay, Madam Lily, I'm seeing your hand. I'm going to call everybody later. Let's push the next 30 minutes. Then the last 30 minutes will be for question and answer. Now, this is what we have done so far. Can you see it now? And this is the form. So actually, if you're filling the form, now before we fill this form, let me show you what the form is actually doing. The form is what we call the lead. The form is the lead. So now, when you are doing free, that means this your lead can only take 10 people's data. Then after the 10 people, I would just suggest you can extract them, delete them, and make it open for the next 10 other people. But that is not the best anyway. If you have a good thing for your business, then you go for at least a pro package. you go for a pro package. Oh, sorry, what happened? I think people cannot see my screen. Okay, all right. So now let's go for this now. Let me show you something now. I will come back to this place. We'll all come back here. Let me show you what we all pass through. Now, this is what we all pass through. Let me go back to my own account. Now, I have leads up to 2,000. Now, this account, let me go back to the list. Now, most of us that fill the form, the pop out form, oh yeah, start seeing your name and start seeing your email. Can you see them? So already I have that your emails and your information. The last person that filled, let me just show you how the list is going to be. The list will tell me your name that you filled. Some of you didn't fill last name. Then the blessing, this is your email address. You are in Nigeria, your IP is telling me that you are in Lagos City, Ikoyi, and you are a worker. Can you see it? And what kind of business are you willing to promote both days? Where do you get this program both days? You are using a Chrome, and it's telling me that you are also using not a laptop, a phone. So this is going to give me an information about all the people, where are they actually coming from. Let's check another one. This is another one. We have Christiana choosing. Choosing, this thing is telling me that you're from Lagos and your city is Lagos. And both days, where do you get the IMC? So this is telling me that you are using OS version 10. That means you are using a phone to do that. So I get to know who are the people that are using a laptop, who are the people that are using a phone. I get your city, I get everything. Like, look at this person, Ugu Root. Ugu Root is from Benin, Littora, Kutonu. This person is from Kutonu. Ugu Root Oniyeshi is showing that you are from Kutonu currently when you are doing this. And let's look at another set of people that might not be in Lagos. Let's see. So this is going to give me the insight of where everybody is actually from. NAP. Okay, this person is from NAP. So you can see them now. So these are how I attract people. Now, let's now look at something that I want you to know. Now, there is a message, there's an email that you get. How is that possible? That you are able to fill a form and I'm able to send a material to you. And for those of you that want to sell digital products, that is how, in fact, you can make it automated that you don't actually need to go and check or deliver. Once they fill the form, maybe you put up a payment gateway there. As they make the payment, the something pass and they get their ebook at your own while you're sleeping. Payment is just going to be dropping at your. For those of you that are selling books, if you have an ebook that you want to actually sell, this is actually good for you. So let's go back and set up our sales funnel. Let's go back now and set up the sales funnel so that we are going to see how the sales funnel can be set up. Now you can see I want to go back to what I stopped. I can see classic day one. Then you click on it and you click on edit. You click on this and you click on edit page so that you want editing your page. Now, if you have a school, like if you have a business, you just put all the items that you want them to see here on a page and already has a link. Now, I don't want to use a pop-out form. I don't want to use this form like this. I want to use a pop-out form. So if you want to use a pop-out form, how do you do that? Now, you have to click on add new. Let me show you how we are going to create our pop-out form. Now, the pop-out form, this is how you create a pop-out form. Now you come here and click on a button. Now in that button, you have to specify this is a pop-out form. Can you see it now? A pop-out form on that form. So you ensure that you allow people to know that this is a pop-out form. But this is how you're going to do the form. You want to create a pop-out form. Now, this same form, let's use the same form as as our pop out form. Now, this form now on our setting, I allowed the form to be showing this same form that we have created. I don't want it to show. I want to be a pop out form. So I will click on it, the same information, the same style, the same payment. You want to be 5,000. Now you now come to setting. Now you now open this pop out form. You now open this pop out form. Now I have clicked on it to be a pop out form. Then I want them to have a follow up emails. Maybe when they purchase and when they did not purchase. Send emails when users complete payment. Send emails when user abandons payment. So now there are two emails now. I can set up an email that they have seen payment. By the time they start clicking on your items and they saw payment, now some of them might just cancel it, or maybe the payment could not go through. Then there's going to be another message that will now go to them. That message will now be, I will now draft the email to be where I will put my own bank account and they can do normal transfer instead of paying online. Now, because some of them when they get to payment and see that this is an online payment, they will just cancel it, but they need the product. So they will still get my email. And when they are getting my email, I will now explain to them that you can actually pay through a transfer and send your payment proof to this WhatsApp number. Do you understand now? So that also will give you a follow-up email. And if they actually make a payment, then this other one will now complete it by sending them the material. So this is the follow-up emails. Like I said, if they get this, let them receive my social media lead machine, which already I have done that. Now, on this email, when they abandon the payment, let them get don't miss the promo offer. Now, on this don't miss the promo offer, I only put up my phone number, my account number, and for where they can make the payment to and transfer to me. But in this free gift social media lead machine, there's already an ebook where everybody gets. Then that means if your payment went through, they should actually get this thing done. Now I'm going to request for an email where we are going to do a live one here. Somebody will submit his or her own names and email. We are going to use it as a practical, and the person will now tell me if actually he has gotten a mail or not, because we are going to cancel this particular offer. Now, then you enlist your tag. Let the tag be there. Let's add a tag, uh, social premium 2021 stage. Okay, you can take selection. We'll put up a tag. All right, then list. Let's say you want to add up a list. Okay, I'm not adding up there. I've put up a tag. Now, then the next thing is I want a thank you page. Now, the thank you page, what is the thank you page? Now, look at it. After you have filled the form and you submit, when I send it to you, it takes you to another page where you are now seeing my link to this particular webinar, where you are seeing the exact link. Now that is a thank you page. Like, we have two-step funnel in the sense that they might see the first one, then our thank you page now will now be, let's look at our thank you page. I now want my thank you page to be something of, for those that are doing both, they will understand this. I want my thank you page to now be this. Let me open something. Okay. Let me just see these emails. Okay, some people have dropped their email. Hey, Niger. All right. Let's use something that we know already. So actually, this is what I want my thank you page to be. To understand what we are talking about. Like Time they are practical now. Uh, System is hanging. Okay, sorry about this. It's not gonna take time. All right. This is system error. Okay. All right. Let me just copy it. I don't want us to send any message now. Let's see, hold on messages so that I can actually see the screen. All right. Let's hold on messages. Sorry. Let's hold on messages. Okay. All right. So now let me just type it there. External link. Now this is the thank you page that I want it to be. Now let's work on this first. Let's work on this update. Now this is now a pop-out form. Now I've set up this as a pop-out form on our page. So if you can see it now, you are not seeing the form again. So the form name is fitness evidence. So now what is the next thing we have to do now is to create a button. Create a button, and the button will be talking about that package. Let's say we want to talk about the package, and the package is attend the training. Now, okay, that is just it. And we said let it be a pop-out form. And what is the name of the pop-out form? Evidence, fitness evidence. Then this is actually what we want to achieve. And the style, let's give it more medium. Now let's give it a medium, and let's use blue. We don't want to use that. So attend the training now. Okay. So the training, actually we have set the training to be 5,000. And if you get it or you didn't get it, definitely there will be a thank you page for that. So we want somebody to supply. I think we have enough email already that have been supplied. So let's go live and see how this is going to look like in the real life. Let's look at how it's going to look in the real life. Like we said, we are not going to rush these are training. I want you guys to understand it so that when you're going to be rewatching this at home, you have a value for it. And I'm going to send the link. I'm going to host it. I'm going to send it to everybody, the NAPS, the board game, the UFS. Let's take our time to hit. Oh, sorry that we are having this. Let me share my screen again. Okay. Now, let's refresh this. Let me just refresh this and let's see the form. So I want somebody, I'm going to be using somebody's name to fill this particular form now. So let's see how this works. So this is the one we have built for ourselves on a live training like this. Now we have built up a sales funnel now. Let's see how it works. Let's see how it works. You can see attend the training. So when somebody sees something like this, they will surely want to attend the training. I mean, they will surely want to attend the training. And I will share the link also to us. I will share it in our chat box. Some people can also click it to feel and see what you are going to get. Now I've sent it there. Okay, you can also, so let me use Madam Phyllis. Sorry, I offended you. Sorry. Okay. I'm going to make up for that today anyway. So attend the training now. Now we are clicking on attend the training. As you can see, this is now a pop-out form. Submit to get our free gift. So the person who actually want to fill their name, let's say Phyllis, email. This is the email, phone number. Let's just use one phone number. Then submit. Now the person is now filling the form to submit. Now because we have attached money to it, now that's one of the good things about something.ai. You can sell your product online, and that your product will be demanding for payment, and people can pay with their cards. People can actually pay with their payment cards, and you receive it to your bank office. So processing payment, you can see, is now 5,000 naira. So the person can actually put a card there, put the validation, the CVV, and make a payment. So now, if the person now says, okay, sorry. If the person now say, no, I'm not paying my online, no, I don't want to people to scam me. Some people they have the phobia of making making payment online. Some people have a phobia of making payment online. So they will just cancel it and say no. So now we have already set it up that even when you cancelled, you should receive an email. Do you understand now? So that email will have been sent by now. But let us now go back to the ones that, let's say, it's not going to be free. It's not going to require payment. So let's see how that is going to work out. So let's come to payment. We don't want payment to be there. You understand now? We are not receiving any payment. Our setting also will have changed. In our setting, you go back to your setting. We want follow-up email to just be, let's pick up one of the follow-up email. Okay, the free gift, and they have a thank you page, and they have all this. So let's update this. That is actually what we want to achieve now. We are not selling it, it's going to be free. Now, once it is free, we only want to extract their contact and let them also attend our training so that actually you can follow up on them. You can actually extract those number of people that fill the form and call on them to follow up that you filled for social form, or maybe you want to send the links to them at the end of the day. You have them for life. You can actually invite them with a bulk SMS the next time rather than running hard, because you don't actually need to run hard for them again. You have all their information with you. So now let's go for the second phase. This one is going without payment now, and they are going to receive a thank you page, and they're going to have the second sales funnel. So now for those that want to run hard, some of your landing page that talks about your business, money, and the rest. If you run hard with it, they're going to block you. So you can run a kind of free promo like this that Facebook cannot block. Then you now click on this, but the second title page will now be your normal business. So let's say we are putting up this email, and we are putting up this phone number, and you submit. Now, like this is not going to give you money. It's not going to bring money to you. But we have a thank you page that is going. So definitely, when you submit, it will now roll up to the thank you page. When the submission has been done, you can see it has now taken me to my thank you page. Now, because of network error, that is why this has not actually shown. Oh, this is not supposed to be there. So if there's an error in that now, so it will now take the person down to the landing page. So that means there's an error in what I have put there. So actually, when you test it yourself, that is why it's very good for you to test whatever you are doing. So before you guys start feeling again, let me go and correct the error. Let me go and correct the error so that I want it to be perfect. I want it to show to people this is what you're talking about. So look at it now. So this is actually what I'm supposed to put. Let me update both games global slash this. Okay, let's refresh. Let me pick another email. Let me pick another email of another person. Okay, let me copy this. Sorry for that. Let me copy this link. I want to have it again. So we want to do it all over again. And let's say we want you to achieve this. That this will now be the landing page. That after the person have filled for that class, then we are sending another thing. So if you have three, four, five business, you can set up in a funnel that when the person have purchased what the person needed, instead of you saying thank you for patronizing us, you advertise your another business. That's why we have a two-step funnel. We call it two-step funnel. Now let me pick one of the email that has been dropped. Let me not pick this person. Let me pick another one. We have this email. This person, Igokaye. Igokaye should be ready to give us a confirmation if actually you have seen this. Now, I want you to give a confirmation that you've actually seen, just raise up your hand, that you've actually seen our message of our ebook. And at the same time, you can see now, it's not going to roll up to the thank you page and give us what we want to achieve. You can see it now. It has now given us what we want to achieve. So the person have received an email, and yes, we are now marketing another thing entirely for the person. So this is how we are going to be running hard for those that are doing both things. So with your one page, your free page, you can actually set up a page that will take them to a thank you page of this, your second funnel. You understand? So that is what, for those that have a free landing page like this, you can also create a free page in Softly, and we are going to run hard with that. I'm going to send to you what we are going to imitate, and we are also going to set up people that will be building those things for them, so that they can use that particular one to actually run an ad. So now, if I now want to run an ad now, if I want to run an ad now, let me show you what I'm going to use. This link we are seeing here, princeolatunji.softlink.cc/classwork. That link you're seeing here is what I'm going to display in my ads that I want to run. So let's go back to how to run ads. If you still have a time, we'll surely come back to how we can actually do some e-commerce platform. If there is no time, that means next week we are going to work more on the e-commerce platform, especially for those that want to sell forms, that want to sell food. But we are going to go into deep part also today. I'm going to show some key things, some key area that we need to prepare ourselves down before next weekend. And also along the during the week, I'm going to be sending some information to us for us to also read ahead of that class, because that class is going to be also powerful, and we might extend more than 2 hours. Maybe I'll take a class for 2 hours, then quick like 30 minutes for question and answer, so that we are going to understand what we are saying very well. So now I want to run an app now. Pay attention. Now in running an app, like I said, you must have a page. Now, we already have a link that we want to actually use, because that link has a sales funnel where people will go to and they will actually fill their form because they want to get a gift, or actually they want to attend a class. You can get the list from there. Before I run, I'm seeing two hands. Let me just use this style to accept one of them. Let me just use, but your question must be very brief, very, very brief. Mr. Dauda, Mr. Dauda, unmute yourself, please. Mr. Dauda, are you there? Okay.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. Thank you. My question is, if you want to set up a link, can you use phone to set it up?
Phone.
Set up my page.
A page. Yes, 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 yes. Very possible. You can use a phone.
All right, I will do that now.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
All right. Mr. Sam Cruzy, you can unmute yourself. The word master.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Mine is not a question, it's just a reminder, because I know that
Okay.
you want to go into this thing, the setting up of the ad.
Yes.
You said you are using a particular account for this
Yes,
thing, the
for the
live
hat.
trend.
Yes, yes, yes.
Just to remind me
I'm
so that
coming
you
to that. I'm coming to that. I'm not setting up a hat now. I only want to do a class now. If I'm setting up the hat, then I will take off the account now. You understand?
Okay.
All right. Okay. Now let's go by this. I want to show you a simple step on how to run an ad. Not all accounts can run ads. Some accounts have been blocked. Some accounts are not eligible. Some accounts does not even have a naira currency to run an ad. But this account that I'm going to use now, you all have to go back to your account and see if actually it can run hard or not. Now, for those of you that have your account and you have your laptop, you go to Ad Manager, and some of you go to the side, the side of your phone. You will also see Ad Manager, or you type Ad Manager. Yes, you can create your landing page through Sublime. It's cheap and it's free. So now let's go to Ad Manager. You can see Ad Manager. So once you go to Ad Manager, you can actually see your Ad Manager account. Ad Manager account. So once you click on it, it will show up. Now, once it shows up, then I will show you what you are supposed to see before you can know that yes, you can actually run an ad. And also, if you want to make payment, I will show you how the payment process also is going to take place. Now, for those of you that are using Naira, for those of you that have a MasterCard, and for those of you that have a dollar account, now I'm going to show to you how you're going to pay. It's very simple for those that have been paying online. Just follow your normal MasterCard process, put in your card number, your card expiry date, your CVV, you put in your number and the rest. So that is the process for you to pass through to run the ad. But what I want to show you here today, like this account I've been running hard before now, but there's actually no money on this account. There is no money already on this account, and the card that we are using is not effective again. So now let's show you how this ad can be set up. Now you come to this place, a setting, and you come to billing. You come to billing. You come to billing. So under the billing, you are going to see what money do you have in this account. If the account still has money or not, you see it. So we've come to actual billing. You click on billing to see if the account has the money or not. So I click on billing is rolling because of the network issue. So let's see how it goes. This part is very important. Don't rush. Just start writing. Though there's going to be a video for you to watch back, but let's just take. I will take it so slow because this is very. Once you know how to run hard, the next thing is just the technical aspect of it that I'm going to be sending to you. But this is very key, is very important. Once you know this, the process is very simple. Then you can run an ad yourself. With just 5,000, 10,000, you can set up an ad for yourself and you monitor it yourself. But the only thing that you need to know is target audience. So many people knows how to run ad actually, but they don't know how to determine a target audience. And for each business, there is a target audience that you need to look out for. If not, your ad might run but might not actually convert. Now let's look at this account. The payment setup for this account, you can see this account has zero balance. Look at how they have been charging this account. And you see it. So this account is spending like 1,000 naira, barely 1,000 naira every day. You can see now. This person has been running hard. So you hard fund. You want to hard fund to. So when you click on your hard fund to your own, like if you are only seeing debit or credit card alone, if that is the only thing that you're seeing, that means you can only use dollar card. But if you are seeing naira payment with Mastercard or Visa via PayU, so that means you can use your Visa or Mastercard via PayU in naira payment. So you hard fund. So you want to use our naira card, you click on hard fund. Now, because we are using PayU, so Facebook also accepts from PayU. PayU will be the one to accept the money and pay Facebook. So PayU is very easy in you using it to make your payment. So what we're going to show is what either your Visa card, is it a Visa card or Mastercard or the rest. So you are going to choose that by placing your card. Already there's a card number here. You do it. Your card holders. You put in your month, the year of expiry date, then you click on pay. Can you see it now? You click on pay if you are using that. So already it will request for your let's say it will request for your CVV number. CVV number is at the back of your is at the back of your ATM card. It's at the back of your ATM card. You just click on pay, follow the OTP, click on next, then it will actually make payment for that. So we are not running this now. Now, let me just go on how to run ads actually without making a payment. I just want to show you how the ads will run. Now, I don't want to show my CVV because this is a recorded version. If it's just a live that we are not recording, definitely I will have done and use my card because of hackers, because we don't know how the lengthening of how this particular video is going to go. So I have to be conscious of my card. So I'm not going to put any card here today. So if you want to create an ad, just click on create ad. Many people, when you see boost now in your page, don't boost from your page. Come and create ads. Just go to ad manager, then you come to this place and click on create. Now in creating ads, there are three key things area that you can use in creating ad. Number one, we have awareness, we have consideration and conversion. Those are the campaign objectives that we have. So most times if your business is new and you want people to get to know about your business, now this we are not selling anything, just want people to know that this business name exists. You can use brand awareness or reach. But actually if you are having something to sell, you actually use traffic or engage. But most times I use traffic and conversion. Those are the two things that I always use. Either I'm using traffic or conversion. If I want to sell something, I use conversion or I drag a traffic to that my landing page. So if you are using a landing page, then it's good for you to use traffic. Now traffic is the best for you. You after picking traffic, you come down, you click on continue. You click on continue. Then after continue, the next thing is to take you to where you are going to start showing your new campaign. Now your new campaign name, you can give it any name. Here you can type it, you can create any name here. You scroll down and you start picking your objectives. Now let's say you have pick up your name to be school school art. I want to run a school art. Let me raise this up. Then you click on next. I'll pick up my art, my campaign name. I click on next. Now under the next, then you see, are you using a website, app, messenger, or WhatsApp? I'm using a website because I want to drive a traffic to my landing page. Now I'm using a website. Then the offer, what offer do you have? I don't have any offer I'm giving them now. So now what is the budget? Now this budget now means a daily budget. Like you can set up as low as 600 naira or one that is $1. You can use 500 naira. But let me show you, let me explain this to you now. Many people will just be using 600 naira. You cannot expect me that I'm spending um 20,000 naira per day. Some people like all these Coca-Cola, all those company, big company you are seeing, Jumia and the rest. Some of them use 100,000 naira as an ad to run hard when they're having a promo. And that is why everybody open their system, they are seeing their promo because they have the highest pay, they have set up the highest money, and Facebook will want to deal with them first before you because they are the one that are paying higher. So if you are running a ad of 600 naira and I'm running an ad of 5,000 naira per day, and we are running the same kind of business, see, Facebook will make my own priority because they know that more people to click is when they will charge me. Now, if you are running 600 naira, your ad might struggle to get views. And that is why it's very important. I always tell people if you want to run a good ad, start from 1,015 per day so that you will surely have some reasonable number of people that will actually come to your page. Then, if you want to set up like a continuous one, like okay, I have 5,000 in my account now. I want to run hard 1,000 for 5 days. Now that hard will finish after 5 days. But if I don't want to set up again, I want to just be there for life. That the only thing I will just need is just for me to include to recharge money to my account and that account start again and start running. So in that, I will not put an end to it. I'll just put up a date that I'm starting and the time. Then, but if you want to run ads for a certain day, because if you have money in that account and you want to run ad of 5,000 naira and you have 10,000 naira, without you putting an end where the ad will stop, your 10,000 naira will just finish. As you are loading another money, the ad pick up again. So in that, you need to some. It is very important for you to set up an end date. Though when you are running the ad and the ad is going, you can still off it. But not many people knows that. I'm still going to show that to us as we are going. So for this ad, I want to run this ad for somebody and I want to run it for like 8 or let's say 7, 8 or 10 days. Now I'm picking this ad going to stop. That Facebook, I have money, I didn't have money. On the 31st of August, stop this ad for me. And I want the ad to be run 1,000 naira daily. So that means I want to run hard for the next days for 1,000 naira per day. Now, the hard has been set, daily budget has been set, the deadline date has also been set. So you move on to down. Let's go for the next option. Now, the next option is now to create your audience. Now, it's already in Nigeria. Your location is Nigeria. I don't use Nigeria. I have never run any hard and put Nigeria. So I'll do a edit. Now, in editing, they say location. People living in or recently in this location. No, I always pick people living in this location because people that just come to that location, they might just come from Maduguri, maybe Sambisa, now, and they want to go back. They came from Abuja, they are going back. But because I put people that are recently here and people that just passed through here, my hands will be showing for them. And they are not the buying type that will come and patronize because I'm in one village here in Lagos. Maybe I'm in Ikorodu, and these people are no more in Lagos. But because the heart was set up when they are in Lagos and they saw the heart and they are going, so I've wasted my heart. So it's better for me to select people in that my vicinity that can likely patronize my business. So now I will cancel Nigeria. Now the next thing I'm going to show you here is location. Now I want to run hard for like 5 states. Now I will put Lagos. I can put Lagos, Nigeria, or Lagos State in city. I always like using a city. You can see, but also in Lagos, I might not use Lagos. Maybe I want to work only. I stay in Ikorodu, and I said I want to draw my heart only for people in Ikorodu. I will type Ikorodu, Lagos State. So it's only people living in Ikorodu that will actually see my heart. So I have limited myself, and I'm very sure that when people are seeing me, people living in that location. That is how to set up your heart. You set it to your target audience. Don't just wait ad. Now you know that people that are living in Ajegunle might not patronize your business. Or maybe people living in Ikorodu and you are also in Ikorodu, they might not patronize your business because your business concept are for people that are having contracts. People that are living in Magodo, GRA, people that are living in Ikeja, people that are living in Lekki, you target them. Lekki, to give you an option, Lekki Ondo, Lekki Lagos, Lekki Lagos. Don't go and pick Lekki Ondo. So you can target them like that. Select locations where you know that when they need this product, you can actually go there. Delivering the product will not be a problem for you. You set up those people. That is very important. Next thing is age. Now, many people, if you look at, some people are not putting up their right age when it comes to Facebook. Now, what's going to happen is this: you're going to set up this. For me, I look at the statistics. I always start from whatever I want to run my heart. I start from 23. These are people that can actually do a decision buying when it comes to my business. So I pick on 22 or 23 or 24. Then some people will always pick up old age. Do you understand? And they use 65 plus, but I don't do that. I know that okay, at least who can patronize my business will be at the age of like of 50. 50 is still okay for my business. Some 55. So I pick this and I stop at let's say 58. Now that means people within that range. If you look at this thing is changing. That is 3,000 K, 3,000 to 9,500 estimated daily results. There are people that are likely to see my page, my ads, and I only want to convert 64 to 185 that will click on my link. So out of these people, Facebook just needed 64 to 185 to actually click my link. Now, look at this. Another thing is detailed targeting. Now, what kind of business am I doing? I'm doing a beauty and health product. So I would like people that are already in that line of interest. In that line of interest. That is very important. Beauty. Not just one and a half. Like people that are interested in beauty are 1.4 as in thousand million billions. Wow. Look at it. People that are there. But in my area, in my location, you can see this is changing every time. So only people that are interested in beauty because I want to sell a beauty product. Now I can just say personal care, personal care, personal care. Now people that are interested in personal care, are you seeing it now? So I'm targeting it to people that are likely to patronize my business. So can you see that now? Then you can now set up um detailed targeting expansion. Now, reach people beyond your target detail selection when it's likely to improve your performance. I always advise people to click on this because at times you have set up Ikorodu and the rest, and those people might not likely and Facebook already know the algorithms of the system. So when you click on this, Facebook also help you to ensure that it send the link to people that can likely patronize you. Then we have this placement. Now, I always use a manual placement. Now, under manual placement, that is when you know if you can run yeah, how you want people to see your ad. Like we have Facebook audience, audience network, Instagram, and Messenger. Now, if you want to only run on Instagram, of this, you have this, and you have this. So this is only going to run on what? On Instagram. But if you want to run Instagram and Facebook, you can run the two of them, Instagram and Facebook. So your ad will actually run only on Instagram and Facebook, and it will not run on Messenger. But if you want to run on Messenger, you also click. So you can select platform where you want to run. So for those of you that want to run only on Instagram, you can also set it from your Facebook and it will only run on Instagram. But just know that you need to link your Instagram link to your Facebook page. Now we also have control, users control, that you want to know okay who are the users that are going to be checking it, what platform are they going to be using. Let's look at this now. Now I can say I only want people that are using Android. Let me show you more options. Now all devices, maybe I want people to that are using Android device only. Now only people that are using Android device only. is what I want to use. I want to run my ad for. You can see the ad is changing. Only people that are using Android devices. Why? Because I want them to click the link on their phone. So that when they click on their phone, when they click on their phone, they can actually um, get everything that I needed because there is a WhatsApp link. There's a WhatsApp link there that they can actually join the group if you actually put up a WhatsApp link. So this will be very easy for them. Then you can actually once you have set up all that, you can click on next, click on next, click on next. Now you now come to this page. This is the final step of this ad. Now you have to choose which page do you want to run the ad to. Now I want to run. You now say because like I said the other time, you must have a page before you run an ad. If you don't have a page, there is no way you're going to run the ad to. Then you need to select an Instagram account if you want to run an Instagram. So because you don't have an Instagram account, your Instagram ad will not run because they want you to have an account on that. So then the next thing is for you to upload your image that you want to use. So let's come to hide image. Now in the image you want to use, you have to be very careful in running the image. Number one thing that you have to know is this: your image, the image you want to use must not be talking about money, 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 and the rest because Facebook will flag it. Facebook will flag it. So for those that are running bold game, you can see what I'm using. This is the image that I've been using. It's scattered everywhere. So these are what we have used so far for bold game, and it has worked. It has worked. They have never flagged anyone. So then after picking up, okay, let me just pick one. Let me just pick one so that we'll see it. You can let's say we'll pick one or maybe let's upload a new one. Click on upload. Let's upload the one for that our landing page, exactly what we put up on our landing page because we want this for a training, not even voting or your business. You want to promote your school business, your school design flyer, you upload it here. Or your business, maybe you are selling anything, you upload that image here. So now when you click on that upload, you load the image, and once you load the image, you click on next. So the next thing is primary text. What text? From every ad, you always see some text, some content that follows it. So where do you actually place this content? I'm going to show it to you now. So let's pick up this is what we're actually using. You can see I've clicked on it. It's going to load, and once it's loaded, you click on next. You click on next for it to be loaded. So these are the process when they want to run hard. And this is not hard, it's very simple. Don't forget that our landing page has a link, the one we created, and that's actually what we want to use for this ad. So you click on this and click on next. You can see it now. Yes, next. We want it done like that. Next. Okay. So you can see how it's going to show. You can see it now. That is how it's going to show. Now this is the primary text. Now the primary text can talk about a brief introduction about your business, a brief introduction. When was the last time you got paid and the rest? A brief introduction about your business. You can talk about it here. Then let's say you just talk about something about your business. Now let me just look for something. I think I have the content here. Okay. Okay, this is the one that we make it. Now let's say we want to copy this now in our text. Can you see it? Okay. We've done this now. Now accelerate your business brand and the rest, blah blah blah. So now that is the primary text. So let's go down to see the link. That link is very important. Now the landing page, you can see now. If you don't forget, we have created this before. If you want to run a training, for somebody asked a question that what will my land target audience be? The training, what kind of training? The kind of training that you want to run will determine your target audience. Your kind of training will determine your target audience. So this is what you want to use there on our ads. So you are not going to put up the link here. Soft link, soft link plus 60. Can you see it now? That link is what we are going to use. Tell me someone. Now, this is showing you your ad may not run. Ad must not promote the sales or use of adult products or services. Ad promoting sexual reproductive health products or services like contraceptive and family planning must be targeted to people 18 years or older and must not focus on sexual pleasure. You can see they are giving you this warning. And that is why most people that run ads, especially on health, they don't they don't watch all these things and they will just run the ad. And that is why their ads they will get banned. Can you see it now? So after I put up this is how the ads will be showing. This is how the ad will actually be showing. And people will be saying this. They will be clicking on this to learn more. And once they click on learn more, it gets to their first landing page where we had the other time. When they fill the form to get all those things, they have our ebooks and they move them to another page where we talk about both doing business and your other businesses that can be talked to. So you can see this is exactly how to run an ad. And you'll be having their list. You can call them and follow up on them. And at the same time, they also will be seeing other things that we are doing. So this is how to set up an ad. And after this, you just click on publish. And once you click on publish, it will now be published and the ad will set to run. Can you see that now? So that is how to run an ad. That is just how to run ads, and it's very very simple. So you can see now how to run an ad with all those images and the rest. That is a simple place, simple step on how to run ads. So now let me show you another thing that you guys have not get to know. Then we'll open up for question and answer now. So that process is just what you have to follow. Now what we are doing next is this. Let me show you what we are doing next. What we are doing next is the e-commerce part of it, the e-commerce part of it. And also, I'm going to be sending you to read ahead on how to use those tools in something.ai. Already, there is a video here also that you can watch. If you create your link, you go to your page, you can actually watch all the videos. If you come down here, if you come down here now, there is my impact bundle. My impact bundle. Now, this my impact bundle is unlocked. Can you see it now? Now, this my impact bundle talks about everything. Now, if you want to learn more about all these things, how to run Facebook ads, everything is already here in video. If you want to watch them one after the other, how to earn 50K, copywriting, landing page and sales funnel, one after the other, all these things is here. All you have to just do is you subscribe to the pro for 1 month. So that 1 month is enough for you. 1 month is enough for you to actually learn all these things. If you want to take your time, just subscribe for 1 month. You'll see my impact bundle enabled with you, and you can watch all the videos. These same things are what I watch. This same training is what I pass through that makes me to become who I am today. And I'm giving you everything access to that training also. With just 5,000 naira payment for the first month, you will have all these things at your back office and you can actually learn them watch them daily. Set yourself like, okay, for 30 minutes or 1 hour a day, I want to be watching them one after the other. Before the end of the month, you'll have finished and you can actually have a value for your 5,000. After then, you can go back to your free package for you to get to know more. And that is a secret. That is the secret we are having here in softlink.ai. So now let me show you the e-commerce part that we are going to start up next week. Now, let me show you the product and how the e-commerce shop is going to be. Now, here, like I have a page one, I can load up to 100 kind of products. See, I've already loaded some products here. I will show you next week how to add up products. But let me go to my shop and let's see how the e-commerce shop is going to look like. The e-commerce shop that we are going to be talking about, come and see how it's going to look like. I'm showing it to you now. Now, see the e-commerce shop, how it's going to look like. Let me show it to you. Now, the same thing that Jumia, Konga are using is the same thing that you are going to have opportunity for you also to open. Now, let's look at it. Look at it. You can make a payment. You can make a payment. They can make a payment to you. You can also give their account number to pay to. You can add as much product. Now, for the free account that you have, you can have add up to 10 products. Look at it. They are going to be seeing the product one after the other. The price will be there. Let somebody click on add to cart, just like normal shopping. You had this one, you are looking for another one, you had this one also. So if you have many products here listed, they can just shop and click on all the products, and at the end of the day, they want to close the deal. Now what happens? They will just come here and see that they have picked these items, two items, and their money is 30,000 naira. And if they don't have any free coupon, they want to check out. Now, in checking out, they put up their name, they put up their email address, and they put up their phone number. Then, what is the next thing? They put up their region, maybe they are in Lagos, and they if they want to add a note, they can add a note, and they want to check out to pay. So they can actually make a payment through this particular softly.ai. You can see they can make a payment with their card. The same thing we are doing on Jumia, Konga. It's a payment online. Do you understand? And if they cancel, definitely they will receive a message. If you set up that whenever they cancel an order, let them receive an email that will show them that they can also make payment through transfer. Or they can request for a delivery. You can send a dispatch rider to them where they pay cash at delivery. So these are what you can also have as a e-commerce, and this is free of charge. You're not paying for it. Just imagine you having a free account. You're going to be having 10 products. You're going to have one page that you can have your one shop and the rest. So you can have your one e-commerce shop with 10 products, and that 10 products they can pay to you anywhere in the world, and you can actually sell your product. So for you to have 10 product opportunity, and when you start making a sales from that, you can actually go for the paid one. 25,000 naira, you having up to 10 products, and you have other advantages, your list and the rest. So this is what we are going to unleash to us by next week. How can you create your shop one after the other? How can you set up your e-commerce platform? And these are what we are teaching next week, Sunday. So I want to open floor now for question and answer. If you have a question for you to ask throughout this, you can come up and ask your question now. Let me see your hands up if you have any question. Yes, Mr. Sam, Mr. Sam Cruzy, you can ask your question.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Yes, well done.
Thank you very much for the wonderful presentation.
Thank you so much.
Question. I have two questions for now. The first one,
Okay.
when you set up, that is why setting up the funnel and
Yes.
you payment gateway and fix a price on a particular product or package you want to sell. Now,
Okay.
for example, you set the price to be maybe 10,000 naira, and somebody in US or maybe somebody in Ghana or Kenya or maybe let's say Dubai, that is in another country who doesn't use naira. Now, how are they going to make payment, and what is it going to show them over there?
Okay. Yes. It's very simple. In this, I'm going to show that next week. Now you can put up all this money in naira and put it up in dollar. Like we have shown eight currency: pound, dollar, Kenya shilling, Ghana cedis, naira, and the rest. There are 8 currency that is allowed on this platform. Those currencies are what we are accepting on this platform. So if you are putting your 30,000 naira in naira, the recent conversion rate is the system that will do it for you. So if they want to pay in dollar, they will collect the equivalent of 30 recent dollar rate conversion of 30,000 naira. That is what is going to be allowed for them. Now, if you want to do delivery and you want to charge, you can do a setup here that if they are not in Nigeria or if they are not in Lagos, they should be asked to charge a delivery of maybe 1,000 or 2,000 naira. You can set that up when you are setting up your e-commerce platform, and that is why you see it here. When they pick up their delivery region, when it's not Lagos, there will be a delivery charges here. It's done also on Jumia and the rest. Like if you are not in Lagos, it will take a total number of time and they will charge you a delivery. So that is also part of what we have here on this commerce platform. Hope I've answered that question.
Yeah, that is partly. Now, understand another part of the question now. Let's take bold gains, for example. Maybe we are
Okay.
selling, let's say, gold package, which is 60,000 naira in Nigeria, in naira currency. Now, the
Okay.
60 gold package of 60,000. And we know that in the market, 60,000 is not $120. It may be higher, it may be lower. Now, is
Okay.
there any way you can maybe fix the price to be maybe that 60,000, maybe whenever they make payment outside the country, that is outside Nigeria, maybe when somebody is paying maybe from Ghana, the person will also pay the money that when you convert it here, you also get the 60,000. Is it possible?
It's very possible. I will show you next week. Very possible.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Now, my second question, that is the number one question. Now, second question. Now, when you are setting up your ad, after setting up the ad, and maybe you set it up today, you turn it on today, and the ad starts running, can you still go and edit the ad budget? Maybe you fix when you were setting it up, you set it to be maybe 1,000 naira daily. Can you later, maybe after 1 week, go and increase the daily budget?
Okay. After 1 week, you are not seeing anybody.
Not by even seeing anybody. Maybe the ad
Okay.
is
Okay. It's very possible for you to edit an ad that is running. You can edit the ad. Maybe you want to increase the fee. Maybe the ad is set up like 1,000 naira weekly or 1,000 naira daily, and the ad is performing very well. So you want to like, okay, let's push it up so that you can increase the ad. But there's something I want you to understand when it comes to ad is that at times ad that is converting now, it will get to a time it might not convert very well. All you have to just do is just stop it, close it up, and set up another one. You understand? So because Facebook also have a way of controlling ad system nowadays because they are also doing business. They make this Facebook free for us to have an account, and the only area where they are making their money is people are running ads on it. So they take that as a business, and that is why who is paying higher is the one that they focus on for them to have more audience. And that is why if you want to run a house that's going to work very well, you need to increase your target budget. So that is how it works.
Okay. Thank you. That's for my question.
All right, Mr. Olajoju Joel, you can unmute yourself. Mr. Joel, you can unmute yourself.
Thank you, sir.
Can you increase your
Good
volume,
evening,
sir?
sir. Thank you very much for the. Okay, thank you very much for the training, sir.
You are
Actually,
welcome,
you
sir.
have answered part of my question. But what I want to say, sir, concerning that ad, is there anyone that is we have the paid one? Is there any free one that one can use to start it? That's the first question. Secondly, sir, this lecture or training, can we get the video so that we can rewatch it to be able to know, really understand and assimilate everything? Then, thirdly, sir, What of those of us that are not getting our landing page? How can we go about
Okay.
it?
All right. For those who have not gotten their landing page, we have set up leaders platform, and they are 26 in number. We are going to work on that now in a way that it will not be only me or some selected people that will be doing that. So Mr. Sam Cruzy is going to lead that particular platform where everybody that is coming is going to be creating user interface for top leaders that has at least up to 20 downlines that they can be creating landing page for themselves and for the downline now, so that it is going to be on delivery, because we said as you join us you have your landing page or your declared landing page, so that will not take a time again. Then this training also will be available for all the people that are registering now, so that they will also understand how to run Facebook ads. And also we are going to set up the first landing page of your soft link that you are going to be using to run ads, that will now link your second landing page to, for you to have a lead. We are going to set that one up like that. And that was why I started up this training in teaching us on how to copy and paste. Like we have done one before, we want to copy that and do the same thing. So that was why I thought, but yet we still have to create some leaders, teach some leaders that will also assist some of the downlines that cannot do that in that, because many people want to run ads, and ad is the best way for you to grow in any business, because that is what's going to give you traffic. But I still want to let you to know that once you know all these things, you can also set up what we call YouTube channel. Everybody that has a Gmail account has a YouTube channel, but we don't know. We don't know that we have that. So I will also try to remember, or somebody can remind me next week to add that to my training, so that everybody can actually go there and grow your YouTube channel. These are organic something that you can get a lot of people following you and just being loyal to you, because with all these things that I'm putting up, you can also use it to build your own channel that you're going to be making a lot of money, and from that for a lot of sales. We have TikTok. Many people are using funny things. You can use a funny things to build up your TikTok. And because some people are enjoying your show, they are enjoying it might not even be you that is doing the video. Maybe you are copying only funny things on your TikTok. A lot of people will follow you, and when you are talking about a business, they will actually want to patronize. So there are a lot of things, like all these comedians and the rest, all these artists, actors and the rest. See, what they command is that once they have a loyal people that follows them, and when they want to sell, that is why some companies are signing them up for them to be a brand ambassador. What are they doing? It's just for them to know that they are fans. Once they know this is what they do, they might want to also patronize the same thing. And that also can be done. We can also do that also, because you and I have people that are loyal to us, but because we have not put that up, and that is why we have not taken that advantage, and that is why we have this training. So it's not something that is difficult, but there will still be a lot of support also from our side to ensure that we keep simplifying in every of our training. There will also be a kind of this training next month that a lot of people also will join. You can still join, and that is why when you join us in our business, you have this training till when you are able to know it very well, and that is why we are here for you.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. But the reason I'm asking that question is that since all the time I've joined, actually my landing page has not been, delivered to me. So, and I'm waiting. I believe you should know me very well.
Yes,
So,
we noticed that too, that there are at least 50% of our members have not gotten their landing, because as at the time everybody is sending landing page to me, now we are creating it. But for me to detect who actually sent this to me, because every day I got over 150 messages, WhatsApp messages. So we could not detect who owns this, who owns that, who owns that. So that was why we now develop another medium that, okay, let's talk to each leader. Everybody knows who they registered. By the time we make you, maybe by the time you have like 2010 downline, then we'll make you a leader or a sub leader. We'll train you on how to be cloning for them. So you delivering for them will be so easy. And by the time the business is growing also, you also will identify another person to become a leader that we can also train. So in that way, we'll be having many top leaders, and to give it to entire team will not be a problem. So we have started that up last week, and we are still ensuring that all that 26 have their own personal account for it to go through. I'm very sure within the next 7 days, everybody in the team should have that. So definitely you have
But,
your own.
sir, how can you identify those who have not gotten their own? Can I send
Okay, yes,
my
we are going to pronounce it, and we are going to list out contact of people that you can contacted for you to instantly they will create it for you. So we are going to list out all the leaders and their phone number, their email, their WhatsApp number. So any member that is coming, just shout them up, they will create it for you.
okay? Okay. I know. Well, apart from me, there if my data also will be created for Abi.
Yes, well, you are the one that will now control your downline. So you are the one that will
Okay.
collect from your downline and submit it for them, so that they
Okay.
will only have one process. Not that everybody is submitting to me. If I want to give it back, I might not know. So if you are the one that submitted to me, I can actually open your our chat and look at all the one you sent to me. So in that way, it will be easy. So we want to go through a channel that will ensure that everybody is getting it as at 20.
Okay. Thank you very much. You are very, very grateful for this training. Only say you have not getting what you brought from Dubai.
All right, sir. Thank you so much, sir. All right.
Thank you,
We are
sir.
done for today. We want to appreciate the 23 people that are here. I'm going to screenshot now. These 23 people are the people that I'm going to actually focus on to ensure that they have their first page done. So now this is what is going to happen. Now I'm going to be training some leaders that are going to be also helping other leaders, other downlines, because I cannot do it alone here. Mary is CD. Okay, let me take this call first. Let me take this hand. Yes, Madam Mary, you have the floor. Madam Mary.
Good evening, Mr. Prince.
Yes, ma.
Hello, good evening.
I can hear you, ma. Yes, ma. Good evening, ma.
Thank you very much for the training. Please, I want to remind you of what you said when you were starting in early time. You said you will teach us how to do WhatsApp with our laptop. I don't know if it's not today. You are
Oh,
going to.
yes, yes, yes. Okay, let me quickly show you that. Now, for those that are using laptop, okay, I think that can also be done here now. That is very important though, because that is another key thing that a lot of people have not actually get to know is hot in the market. In fact, some guys are selling it 5,000 now. Just I don't want to start that now. Now, for those that are looking at me, you can start that now. Now, you have to go to for those that have a Chrome like this. Let me show you. If you know how to do your WhatsApp here, you just go to web.whatsapp.com. Once you click on that, web.whatsapp.com, on your WhatsApp, you have these three dots in your WhatsApp. Just go back to that three dots. Now that three dots is going to have something they call. Let me look at it very well. Link devices. Link devices. So when you click on your link devices, you will see link a device, and once you click on the link device, you will see your camera will be out. And when you come to web.whatsapp.com on your laptop, you see a barcode. Just snap, flip, position your camera on that barcode. It's going to synchronize your phone to your laptop. Once that is done, then you now come to Google, just type WhatsApp contact or WhatsApp contact saver. Just type that WhatsApp contact saver. So once you type WhatsApp contact saver, you add it up. This is it here. Okay, contact saver for WhatsApp. Once you type it there, you just install it. It will be installed in the Chrome. And once it's installed in the Chrome, let me show you one example. Like, okay, let me click a particular group. Okay, this group now, I don't know those people that are there. Like, maybe somebody join you to a group now. I'm here in this group. Now this group now I can save all their entire contacts. Once you install this particular thing on your Chrome, then you can click on it here and save contact. Can you see it now? Look at save contact. I can save the entire contact. Eh? Can you see it now? I can save the entire contact. So what I will just have to do is just for me to get WhatsApp group contact. Look at it. It's loading now on my Chrome. Get WhatsApp group contact extension. I will make it. I will pin it. Can you see it now? This is how to. I have not removed it because it's there already. This is it. So I've pinned it up here. So when you also open your own, you pin it up. Contact saver for WhatsApp. This is it. So this is what you are going to search from for your Chrome. You can see it here is there. So let me also let me remove this from my Chrome. I will install it back now so that everybody will know how to do it. Okay, you can see now. Once you search for contact saver for WhatsApp, you add it to Chrome. Hmm? Just add it to Chrome. It will install. The extension will install. You just click on add extension. The extension will be added. Once the extension is added, then you can use it to extract contacts on WhatsApp. Can you see it now? Has been added to your Chrome. Okay. So you come to this place. Let's load it. I want to reload it. So that is what is raining now. People extract that in on contact and they go to send bulk SMS with it. You can send bulk SMS with it. If you have people on each group, just go there, extract their contact, and through that you're going to have to send. I'm trying to refresh. The network is taking time. Okay. Um. Okay. Maybe I'm going to. Okay. It has come. Oh. Maybe I'm going to send the videos across to our dashboard. You can watch it. I think I've done a small video on it that I will send to us. You can actually watch it and see how that is done. So you can extract all contacts on each of your WhatsApp list. You can do that. Extract it. Okay, now, okay, like this one now that has come. Let me click on a group. This is a group. You can see now, save contact. Can you see it? Hello, can you all see it? Let me click on another group. You can see save contact. It's not loading. Okay, now you just click on save contact. Now I'm not the one that owns all these contacts, all these groups, but this thing will generate for me. It will generate for me all the entire number in that platform and their name. You can see it now. It will generate every data, getting data in that group. It will generate all their number for me. This is what is raining now. and I have entire phone number. Can you see it now? Save to the file. I can save to the file. You see now I've saved it. So let me now open it for you to see how it's being done. Let me close this. Now let me open it. So it's very simple. It's a very simple. Save all the contacts. So many people use it. I will just enter so many groups, extract all their contacts, and I will use it. The Excel file will open now. So I think I've done that. I think I've satisfied. So I think that is a bonus for everybody. Yeah? So you can actually go and save contact of people in different platforms, send them bulk SMS about your business, and you are good to go. So instead of you spamming them, you don't need to spam them. You can extract all the contacts. So anyone that you have their contact saved on your phone, it will also be there. Anyone that is not actually there, you also see them. Then that is why some people use this to get a lot of people inside a WhatsApp. You just see that everybody that is here added to this group. We are also almost like in another group like that. Look at this now. So these are people that I know. Look at all the phone number in that group. Can you see it? They are 104 in that group. Look at all their names. Nolan Investment. These are all the names, displayed names that they use. You can see them, all their contacts. I can just use all the contacts now. These are organic, like these are real life people that are live now that I can actually use and market them. So this is how to use that. I think we have gotten something of value for today. So that is raining now. For those of you that want to actually, you can just do a small video of this, put it up in your YouTube channel, and let people get to know it. That also can raise up your channel. A lot of people will follow you, and that will be a plus for you also. So it's a good thing. If you have any question on the safe contact that I've just said now, let me see your hand. If you don't have, let me just screenshot. Let me screenshot this now. Or okay, let's do it this way. For all these people that are here, I will just save all these contacts. Let me save everybody here. Uh, okay, let me screenshot because I have a gift for you guys. I'm going to send it to you personally. Or let's do it this way. You are the only people that are listening to this now. After tomorrow, like if this video is out, that means the people that will be watching this video will want to like send me their email address. So everybody here today, just send me your email address to me personally on the chat, and everybody should use one. My number is one. Everybody number is one. Number one, put up your email and your name. That's all. So if I'm seeing number two, that means the person is not here to the end of this. And we are 25 already. So excluding me, we are 25. So that, I think that is enough for today. So we are going to meet again next week, Sunday. And that next week, Sunday, we are going to be doing a powerful thing. And I will be selecting during the week 4 people that we are going to be doing their business live. We are going to set up their e-commerce live. We are doing a live training. So if you have a business, actually put up your name, your business. Like I said it in the form, and that was why I want everybody to pass through the form. So I'm going to use the lead that I have to contact those that I'm going to be sending my message to them to forward their business to me. And actually, we're going to use that business as part of our training next week, Sunday. Thank you, everybody. And I love you guys for this opportunity. I'm seeing some hand up. Hope it's not for, uh, yes, Mr. Sam.
Yeah, my leader.